The fall of America, separation is the answer. The Holy Quran, Surah 81, 6, 7, and 12. The fall of America, foretold, separation is the answer. And when the cities are set on fire, and when mans are united, and when hell is kindled, the folding up is the title taken from the first verse of that chapter in which the above verses are found. When the sun is folded up, the Holy Quran, Surah 81, verse 1, prophesies the folding up of a recorded work, a record of what people have done as they used will no longer be necessary. This chapter refers to what take place in the resurrection. One party is recorded as the beginning, while the other party is discontinued. While the other party is discontinued. We see this clearly being made manifest today. War calls the destruction of civilization. War destroys the cities and towns of a nation. Chapter 81 of the Holy Quran is now being fulfilled. The sun and the stars, mountains and camels and wild animals all mentioned in the first 4 verses of this chapter are not without. The coming of God referred to by the prophet is to unite a people who have been divided against self by the enemies. He chose these people for building a better world. The Bible revelation refers to destruction of a beast and its chief instructor, the dragon. The name beast given here is not referred to 4-foot animals, but to a people who rule is like that of a savage beast. The Theotians, most of them from the time of Martin Luther, who I think was the author of these terms, beasts and dragons, especially the late Pastor Russell and Judge Bradford, founder of Jehovah's Witness, that take the term dragon to refer to the Pope Rome, the father of the Christian church and the Christian religion. This is the first time since we have been lost in this part of the earth that we want to unite the black nation of the earth into one under the guidance of God who is now present. Why should the master continue to deceive his slave? He teaches the slave that he is a free citizen with equality. Why do you, slave master, want to hold down for hostage? Pray. You do not need them. Your machines do the labor that slave used to do. Why not let them go? You want to go to war against Allah and the freedom that Allah came to do for you, slave, before you, Pharaoh, had that same idea. He did not want Israel to go free in the land to themselves. Pharaoh lost the war against Allah and was drowned in the Red Sea. The loser of this war would land in a lake of fire, not war. If white America wants to free her slave, she can easily do so. This will be simpler and easier than what she is doing, killing and provoking them through police force, National Guards, and finally, the U.S. Army, as we see in Detroit, Michigan. America action showed us 2 things. Firstly, she wished to cause fear against the so-called Negro with a display of many deadly weapons. But Allah is removing the fear. Secondly, she feared to approach an armed slave unless she is armed. This has been the historical relation between the white man and the slave. The white man seeks the leaderships of the so-called Negro to keep the dissatisfied slave subject to him without complaint about injustice. The white man would say, nigga, you should be happy. You are better off than many of your black kind with a job. The white slave master brought our fathers here to do the slave work. Our free laborers have made the white slave master richer than their brethren, Europeans. Did they offer us any of this land that they took from the Indians? The 22 million so-called Negroes should be seeking some of this earth on which to live and build an independent nation out of self. The white slave master only offers a job. Allah God has come in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, to free us. The Negro slave must be free. This is the meaning of the resurrection. Allah God has said to Elijah Muhammad that he intends to free the American so-called Negro at any price. For 400 years, you slave masters have been killing the so-called Negro without receiving any resistance, regardless of his peaceful way with you. Would a Muslim have tried to live in peace here in America? There is not a single incident in our 36 years of history where we have ever made an aggressive move against you. But you have attacked us several times. We have proved to the world that you are impossible to live with in peace. You have condemned and killed the just and he who do not resist you. James 5:6. You have destroyed many towns, cities, and people, as you have divided the so-called Negro one against the other. So Allah should divide you and your brethren. As you have done to others, so shall it be done to you. The Bible. And when the cities are set on fire, this is a sign of the end of you as a power. The house doomed to fall. We cannot deny the fact that the Christian rest is responsible for this universal corruption in the land and sea. From the same corruption that their own hands have made will come their doom. The Christian preach that which they do not do and cannot do, such as love your neighbor. I have yet to meet one who loved his neighbor as did himself. Thou shalt not kill. I have yet to meet such a Christian. They even fight against each other, rob and kill each other, but yet represent themselves as world peacemakers with whom the great deceivers of the world will reap what they have sown. Have they not corrupted many people and nation under disgust of good, peaceful, loving Christians? The Christian rest is full of the worst crimes, practicing evil to the fullest, and seeking to practice them on other nations as well. The universal temper are ever parading before the world. They both have new girls and women. They are before your eyes in almost everything. Murdering, gambling, robbery, drunkenness, drugs, adultery, lying. There's hardly any end to it. The lands and seas are filled with deadly weapons of wars. The islands of the seas are filled with corruptions for all the nations of earth. For they are proud and boastful and are now hated and despised it according to their wishes. The religion of Christianity is a curse to us, the black man, and is full of slavery teachings. They have poisoned the Bible with they adding to and taken from the truth. Now their doom is in sight. It is their own work. They command the seas with their powerful navies, parking them off the shore of the nation. To secure the air base on their soils, to place the deadly bombs carrying planes with an easy striking distance of those they fear to be the enemies. Is this not the easy way to make an enemy? Is this the act of a real Christian? The follower of Jesus, whom they preach came for the peace of mankind, and the teaching of the seeking of the sword, and the turning of the other cheek? Where's the good Christian amongst this race? They love meddling in other people's affairs. They are in every fight or war, if it matters not with whom or where, but yet crying peace, peace, with every deadly weapons of war to provoke other nations to war. Shall not the God of peace and justice deal with you and your troublemaking as he did with those before you? I warn every one of you, my people, fly to Allah with me for refuge. As I warn you, the judgment of this world has arrived. Get out of the slave making Christianity into the right religion, Islam. The house you are in shall surely fall and never rise again. Top of the morning to you, my brother. The destruction and fall. The destruction and fall of the world that we had known is now without a doubt and process. Amen, brother. There are devils. God hate this devil. God is finna turn this devil upside down, man. He finna kill these devils, man. They don't have a chance to survive because what's coming is still the worst yet to come. When we, my brothers and sisters, refer to this world, we are referring to the world of the white man. See, for the world of the black man has yet to come in. See, the world of the black man by divine guidance is now merging in on the old world of the right race. This makes the destruction and fall of the world of the white man. Here in America, we cannot see nothing but the fall of America. It is no secret. It is obvious to the eyes that are open. If we want to close the eyes and minds and claim that we do not see and understand, then we will be falling ourselves. This refuse to see is foolhardy, for regardless to how we may desire to see the old world stand, we do not have the power to starve off the destruction that caused the world of the white man to fall. The destruction and power that is bringing about the fall of the world of the white man is coming from Allah, God, and the past history of the world of the white man. There never was a time of destruction of this world like the present time. It is useless for you to try to prevent the fall of the white man's world. There is no checking it. The white race have not tried to do the right thing, justice. The doing of justice would have checked her fall, the Bible, Jeremiah. But America was never willing, and even at this hour, she is not willing to do justice by those whom she has mistreated. She had dealt injustice to a black one slave for nearly 500 years that she had been in a Western hemisphere. America have constantly burdened the poor black slave with every evil that she can imagine. Her evil scientists who have invented more and more evil practice have not been able to invent any more evil than that which they have already put out. Day and night, without a let up, the white man mistreat the poor black slave. And now since heaven and the God of peace, justice, freedom, equality have come to the black slave, the white man is trying to make everyone that recognizes the truth deviate from it. The white man says, do not accept it. He makes the black man hypocrite against his own starvation. The white man trolls the one who he hath not as yet accept the truth of their starvation. And he promised them that which he will never be able to fulfill. America is falling. She is now losing the power and authority that she was enjoying in foreign lands. Her fall is very visible. Wherever her authorities have been exercised, the people are now crying out in one voice, leave us, American, go home to America. The citizens other countries are telling American citizens, leave us. America no longer have friends. America and England deposit their little brother Israel on foreign soil. The Palestinians, which is Arab land, They deprived the Arabs of their own land and sent them into the exile. This injustice against the Arabs is now causing America the power and authority that she once exercised in the East. She is on her way out of the Near East. This means bloodshed and plenty of it. Now, what Trump was trying to do is trying to take the Palestinians out from Gaza and trying to establish Israel. Let me tell you, God is going to be the only one to reestablish and inhabit Israel, a land, not Trump. See, what God's going to do, he's going to allow them to delight themselves in a war. Then all of a sudden, the Palestinians is going to march all through the Jordan River. It's going to be a war. There's going to be many bloodshed in this war. But check this out. Over there in Greeceland, seismic activity is continuing to grow. Earthquakes, mammal, gases is leaking. Y'all already know what's going on over there. Amen. He's not good. You remember what Zelensky said? Zelensky said to Trump that you have nice waters. He wasn't saying that as to pose a threat, but he says you have nice waters. Check this out. Them tsunamis is on its way. The earth is about to burst as though a revelation is given. So it says she is on her way out of this Near East. And this means bloodshed and plenty of it. So the Palestinians will march through the Jordan. And ain't nothing that Trump can do about that. So we see in the Near East, there stand navies which are neither American nor British. They are there to drive America out. The skies over there are beginning to thicken with foraging planes, carrying deadly weapons, guns, and bombs. They will not be satisfied as long as Israel is in Palestine. The boil have come to a bursting point. We are in a troubled world. We are in a world that is now erupting. Black man who was once a slave in America, you have a way of escape. The way out is now your own turn. It is on a condition that you submit to Allah God and come follow me. This is the only way out. I'm the door and have the keys to your starvation. Reject it and die. Amen. That's exactly what Zelensky was saying. Trump wants to make it a war. He wants a World War III. You see, he wants to escalate this into a World War III. He don't want to do nothing for Zelensky because he said we already fund Zelensky $350 billion. So there will be a war. And America, let me say it like this, America cannot be the victors over this universal war because God has come. And when he comes, he will allow them to light themselves in this war. And then God is going to intervene and he's going to show who has the power over the heavens and earth. Now, my brothers and sisters, we are in a world that is falling. It will soon be going up in flames. Germany, the Cold War between the East and West will soon erupt into a hot war. It will never be settled in peace. East and West, Germany must and will fight it out with all the deadly weapons that the war scientists have planted and perfect for the final showdown. You do not have to worry too much about whether or not America is coming out of Asia. Certainly, America is coming out of Asia. The odds are against her staying there. But I warn you, my black people, my black brothers here in America, that while she is on the way home, we the black people are standing in the crossfire. The only hope that we have is to fly to our refuge and allow God. Look what is going on to the south of us. Look at the many hijacking, stick up of planes. America's afraid to put a stop to the hijack, for she knows that she is going to run into more than she expects. Who had thought that the big power of America will suffer such disgrace in this day and time? This is to teach you and me, black brothers, that the great power of America is becoming weak and she is falling. I said, black brothers, join to your own kind. Come follow me, for the world that you and I have known will soon be no more. The days of America downfall. Allah manifest the fall of America and desire to make America fall as a warning to our brother in Europe. White Americans in Germany, Allah has taught me, are the most wicked of the right ways. The wicked deeds that have been performed and are still being performed by white America upon the so-called enslaved are the worst and animal of history. They have been clever enough in their wickedness to make the so-called Negro slave love them, though they are their open enemies and murderers. Allah and the person of Master Fly Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, now judge the American whites. And his cause in America fall in total destruction. Egypt under Pharaoh is an example, fulfillment signs. Another prophecy of the doom of this people as foretold by the prophet from Noah to Jesus. Right. Moses and Jesus are the most outstanding prophets in history of the Caucasian race for the past 4,000 years. There are several others contemporary, but Moses and Jesus are the major prophets of the right race history. Now I want you guys to remember when Trump ran that last term and things was getting tense between Ukraine and Russia, that Russia will invade their next door neighbor. Remember what Trump was saying. Trump wanted things to escalate the way that he didn't want to find no peace. He didn't want to negotiate. He didn't want to stop the war. He was escalating the war. Remember when you had Biden. Now remember what Trump was doing. He was rallying this war to escalate. Now he's saying that if he was in office, he wouldn't allow Russia to invade a next door neighbor, man. Now here, he's a hypocrite, man. He's a hypocrite, man. I'm saying this. He's a hypocrite, man. And he must be dealt with. I don't have no kind of respect to Trump. I tell y'all, man, it's the ignorant American people will vote this man right back in. So we at the end of the day, we don't want y'all coming to us crying when this nation completely crumbled. We don't want y'all coming to us. Don't come to us. Don't come to us for a damn thing. Because I've been warning y'all all up into this time what God is going to do to America. I've been warning you and continue to warn you. He got to get up out of the chair, man. See, a divine prophecy is being fulfilled. What God is going to do to America with this man being president of the United States of America. He's a complete liar. He's 90. If you hear what Al Green says, he's a visceral liar. He's not for the American people. Just listen to what Al Green said to Trump. Because he stand on justice. He stand on civil rights. He stand on immigration. He stands on healthcare. And look at what they're trying to do. The question is, what are they trying to do? That's the question. What are they trying to do? We see, when it comes to God, God hates the wicked American whites. And he's threatened to remove them from the face of this earth. Since white Americans and the right race in general had deceived the entire world of black people and their brethren, brown, red, and yellow. Allah is now causing these people to wake up and see this right race as it really is, the created enemies of the darker people. As we see today, there's a general awakening of the darker people into the knowledge of self and the knowledge of their age-old 6,000-year enemy all over the earth. The Americans, white race, cannot sincerely give the so-called the slave a square deal. She only desired to deceive them. False equality. Today, America is trying against her will to get the so-called Negro civil rights, which is against the very nature and will of the right race. For the first time since the black man has been here, America falsely offered him social equality in certain parts of the country. This social equality consists mostly of permitting the American black race to mix openly with the white man and his woman, the devils. The actual idea, however, is to grant the so-called Negro social equality amongst the lower class of whites. This is done so that the scriptures wherein they prophesize that the white man tempts and corrupts the so-called Negro with his woman might be fulfilled. God has taught me that the right race was grafted unlike, and being unlike is able to attract the black man and black woman, getting them to do all the evil known to this right race. One of the prophets of the Bible prophesies in regard to America. As the morning star aboard upon the mountains, a great and strong people set in battle way. We see Job chapter 2, verse 2. This is the setting of nation for a showdown to determine who will live on earth. Be right back. Let you guys hear this for a second.
Listen. They've also
And
said
no serious person said the opposite.
they've
No
also said, well, look,
serious.
all right, I wanna
Dr.
ask you-
Fauci. Dr. Fauci said the
He
opposite.
did not
I want
say
to
the
ask you, we got a
He said
little
very
bit more than a
strongly,
minute left in this
masks
segment.
are not good. Then he changed his mind. He said masks are good.
I
I'm
wanna
okay
ask-
with masks.
I
I'm
want to
not
ask you
fighting
both
masks.
about one last subject, because your different approaches has even affected the way that you have campaigned. President Trump, you're holding large rallies with crowds packed together, thousands of people. Outside, yes, sir, agreed. Vice President Biden, you are holding much smaller events with
Because nobody will show up.
people with.
What's true? Nobody shows up to his rallies.
All right. In any case, why you holding the big rallies? Why you not? You goes first, sir.
Because people want to hear what I have to say. I mean,
But are you
I've
not
done a
worried
great
about it
job
spreading
as a
disease?
president, and I'll have 35,000 people show up at airports. We use airports.
Are you
as
not
hangars.
worried about
We
the
have a
disease
lot of
issue,
people.
sir?
Well, so far we have had no problem whatsoever. It's outside. That's a big difference, according to the experts. And we do them outside. We have tremendous crowds, as you see. I mean, and literally on 24 hours notice. And Joe does the circles and has 3 people.
This is the setting of nations for a showdown to determine who will live on earth. The survivor is to build a nation of peace to rule the people of earth forever under the guidance of Almighty God, Allah, with the nation setting forth for a final war at this time. God plead for his people, the inheritors of the earth, the so-called Negro. The so-called Negro is the prey of the white man of America, being held firmly in the white man's powers, along with 2 million Indians who must be redeemed at this time, and will be if the so-called Negro turn to his Redeemer. The problem of the American black man is his unwillingness to be separated from his 400-year-old enemy. The problem, therefore, is harder to solve, especially when enemy is trying to fascinate the Negro with his lower class girls and women, arraying them partly nude before the Negro in every public news media, cheap daily newspaper and magazine, radio, TV, and the Negro is quick to intimidate. The problem between these 2 people, separation, the so-called Negro, so that they may be accepted and respected as equal and superior to other nations, must be solved. This is God's promise to the so-called Negro, the lost and found members of the original black nation of the earth. This problem was made through the mouths of his prophets, the Bible and Quran, that he will separate us from our enemies and dignify and make us the master of this wicked race had been judged and destroyed for his own evil. But as I said in the solving of this problem, which means the redemption of a Negro is hard to do, since he loved his enemy. See the Bible, Deuteronomy 18:15. Psalms, Isaiah, Matthew 25:32, and Revelation chapter 14. The manifestation of Allah and judgment between the so-called Negro, an enemy of God, and the nation of Islam will make the so-called nigger see and know his enemy, himself, his people, his God, and his religion. Rejection of self. We hear the statements of black educational, political, and Christian class which express their love for the white man, publicly asking to be his brother, if not his brother-in-law. Now this class wants to make it clear to the world that they really love the white race and not the black race. This means that they want to be right instead of black. The devil had made them hate black. They reject the thought of black ever being a ruler or equal with the ruler. They act boldly from inferiority, not only for themselves, but for their people. They want to assert themselves and their kind, especially so-called American Negro, and to erase the white people without ending the black race. It is just the opposite with Allah, God, myself, and my followers. We want out completely. We want no claim to kinship with a people who by nature are not our kin. Read from Genesis to Revelation. in the Bible, and from Surah chapter 2 to Surah 114 of the Holy Quran. By no means are the so-called Negro and the whitekins. See, God did not create them brothers, nor did he create them to ever become brothers. One is creating enemy against the other. And since the righteous are more powerful than the wicked, Allah, the God of righteousness, set a time of reckoning for enemy, the white man, or the righteous. Separation. We want separation. We want a home on this earth we can call home. We want to go for self and lead enemy who have been sentenced to death by Allah. Revelation 20:10 and 14. On the day he was created. See this subject in the Bible and Holy Quran. No one, white, black, brown, yellow, red, can prove to me by any scriptures of Allah God, sent by one of the prophets of Allah God, that we should not be separated from the right race, that we should believe and follow the religion, dictate, shape, and formed it by the right race theophans. The coming of Allah and the judgment of the wicked world is made clear by the prophetic saying of the prophet. So-called reverends and the proud intellectual class are doomed to destruction with the enemy if they remain with him instead of joining into Allah, God who loved them and who will deliver them in the nation of Islam. The so-called Negro masses must be warned of the great mistake that they make in following the leaderships of those who love and befriend their murderers. This would not get them freedom or civil rights. America is fallen. Her doom have come, and none said the prophet shall help her in the days of her downfall. In the Bible, God plead with you to fly out of her. America seek refuge in him. Revelation 18, verse 4. It certainly would change your mind about following a doomed people and people who hate you and your kind, and who call one who teaches the truth about them a hater. They are the producer of hater of us. We are with God and the righteous. The days of trouble have now come to us from Almighty God, Allah, the God who is the real owner of the heavens and earth. Allah, God, created for himself a heaven, and then he let it out to a forager right race for them to enjoy themselves in it for a while. They have proved it unworthy of such glorious creation. And now the God who is the owner of this heaven and earth is ready to take over and rule it for himself. Never no more, and I mean never no more, will the earth nor the heavens of earth be let out to non-owners. It is a great wisdom taught to us in letting new creatures, right race, try their knowledge of mastering that which they were not made to master, which we knew when we made them that they will not be able to master the original creation for long. For as long as we, the black people, are the planet, there is no new creatures that could be put in order for ruling, that which we already have, and we are in it. It is such a wise piece of work that have been done. The wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the originator of this creation is just. There is no comparison anywhere to make. There is no such thing that the originator can put the planet aside out of the hole and let someone else take over. This race, the right race, have not been successful in ruling according to their will and according to a real owner. For the right race have to use the original materials that he himself has created. There is nothing of which the white man can call himself the creator. So therefore, since the white man continued to make trouble, which by nature he was made to do, we do not see any way out of trying to live with the white man in peace. The nature of the white man is ever causing unrest amongst himself and amongst us too. The white man just cannot make peace for himself because of his nature. Today, God has decided that we, the black people, cannot get along with the white man in peace, and that the white man must be removed. The white race wants to remove us, the black people. But in order for the white man to remove us, the black man, he will have to remove the whole entire heavens and make the heaven of old anything like life. And then from a vote, we'll have to start all over again and create life. For life in the universe is life that we, the black people, have established it. Therefore, to get away from our own life, which was created by the black man, so that a new life could come in, we will have to rid the space of life, which belonged to us, the black man. And when the space was rid of life that we, black people, have created, another one will have to create life of his own making. We, the poor black people here in America, must be chained into a new and different people altogether. So Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me. But not a complete make of us, we will be renewed from what we are in now. And we call it a new thing. To become a day when we, the black people, will have a complete new thing for man and earth and the heaven above us. But according to the scientists, God will cause this to go into a new thing, not complete destruction of the old, where there is no root to grow something from, not at this time. The thing that Allah God would like to do now and will do is to destroy the work of the devil. As the devil would like to destroy God's work, what God has created. The devil cannot destroy God's creation because the devil has no part in the first creation. And since the devil had no part in the first creation, this makes the devil unable to lay hold to the power that will destroy the first work of God. The main thing, which I keep mentioning enough to make you discuss, is something for the black man in America who has spent his life long and sleeping in ignorancy of the knowledge of that which he is in. But as soon as the black man can awaken to the knowledge of this that he is in, then he can lay hold to that which he did not have knowledge of, which is that the black man is the creator of the first creation. Allah God wants to put the black man back into power. The way the black man can be put back into power is Allah has to make the black man all over again to master the power after giving the black man the authorities. Look at the poor, once pitiful black man in America. Look how he strives to reach for himself. And is now making a fast progress, and that which God leave for him to understand. The black man conversation has changed. The black man way of thinking has changed. His astral physical form has changed. There's a great thing that have come to the black man in America. The black man in America is getting happier and happier. It's not hard for the black man in America to get rich, for he's getting rich from his own wisdom. No one have given him anything. As the Bible teach you of the Son, see, no one gave into him, but he is getting rich so fast that God has chosen the Son to become the head of the house that he has to stray away from. The future of the black man is so beautiful that we can hardly comprehend it. The biggest thing that stands before us is qualification and readiness. Let us get qualified to master the house that God has given to us before someone tries to rob us of that mastering of the house. If they rob us of the mastering of the house, I'm sorry for us. I said to you, black brothers and black sisters, do not be foolish. The kingdom of heaven will be given to you and to me. Have patience to receive it. But to get the house into our service, it's like a mother giving birth to a baby. The baby must mature in that which he is in, as the baby mature in the womb of the mother in order to be born. So a black man must make sure to be born into a new world that the black man must build himself. These are the days of trouble. Pledged by God, America is doomed. With the end of the rule of the white race over the black people of earth in sight, face to face, we have to deal with each other according to the actual facts which exist between the two nations, black and white. With the nature and desire of the white race to continue their rule and suggestion of the darker people, even though the white man recognized these facts, he will continue to try to hold on into his rule, his suggestion, his thinking of what he has acquired under such rule, that which is his. He cannot give up the prey, his concession, the merchandise which he has spotted out from under the nose and eyes of the real owners, the black man. He is willing to shed the blood of his own people and of that others to hold into that which he called his legal possession. The spirit arose and the black man says no, that the continent and what is on and under its surface belong to him and his people, black nation. The spirit and knowledge is now not only confined to Africa and Asia, the black, brown, yellow people, but it actually is now arising in American so-called the true lost and found brothers of the black man throughout the earth, where it be Africa or Asia, he is the brothers of them all. It is the desire of the white race to continue to hold power and authorities over black Africa, whether it is or elsewhere. They will just have to give it up. England, Germany, and Italy, and France, and especially England, France, and skeleton Germany seem to be diehards. The white man will be acting wisely if they will realize that one day, sooner or later, they must pack up and leave. Wherefore, I quote the Bible, prophecy concerning the separation of nations. Again, today as it was before, every man must go to his own. This the clearest and most direct justice that God and man could agree upon. The white man cannot live in luxury unless he has the black man in his place of possession, a suggestion to his will. But as I repeatedly say in this paper and all of my writings, you cannot make God and his prophet liars, nor can we reverse the time of the prediction in which these things would take place. So the time have come. This is nothing but justice, that we have possession of what is our own. The white man is conscious of the fact that he had deceived the black man of the knowledge of the black man and his possessions. But that particular authority was given divinely temporarily. But by the same divinity, it is now being taken from the white race. The white race is facing doom because she will not act according to justice and righteousness, which was not by nature put in her. But this is known, and her race is frightened concerning her future, as we see here in America. The white race recognizes coming doom, and many of them would rather die here than go elsewhere outside of America to try to defend what they call their own independent sovereignty. Some have poured gasoline over themselves and committed suicide by setting themselves on fire. This is a very new and open act of a people who want every other people, black, brown, yellow, red, on earth, to fight their wars, to save the independency. A ruthless and brutal people like America, England, and Germany should be ashamed in this modern time to look for these people when they have robbed it, killed, murdered, brought under suggestion by force, to think that today they should be so soundly asleep that they ignore the time and authority that they can unite as Europeans have been doing against black Africa and brown and yellow Asia. As the book says to the right race, as thou hast done, so shall it be done to you. The white man must return to Europe and concentrate on that continent for his future, or else concentrate on his death instead of his life. For they can no longer rule the black man. The black man now knows where his home is, and he is now rising up to take possession of that which is his. America doomed fear. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to see you guys shortly. But thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. So I see you guys in a little bit. Peace, salam, assalamu alaikum.